Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are going to play some Overcooked today. If you didn't see my channel update video, I talked about how I'd like to do something that's maybe a little bit more casual for me, which I know for you is not Overcooked. You find this game inherently stressful sometimes, and I can understand why. It can be a fair bit frantic at times, but for me it is a cozy game. And I love food, and this will bring back some food-related memories, so I'm happy to play it as maybe a nice little break from work, to intersperse with all the Hades I've been uploading lately, just as something different that we've shared together many a time, and bring in some food-related stories as they come about, maybe. Well, this is it. The end of times. The beast is approaching, so we must act. You are all you are all that stands between the Onion Kingdom and total annihilation. Bark. Kevin is right. We must work together to feed the beast? Did you feel that? Alright. It's the spaghetti meatball monster! With an uncomfortably large set of human teeth and tongue. Oh, yeah. Not a fan of that. The ever peckish has awoken. We must act quickly. Ready? Alright, so I'm in control of two chefs. I don't actually know how to shift between them. Is it... Okay, so it's these triggers. Got it. So I have never played Overcooked. Press LB to swap chefs. Got it. So I have never played Overcooked single player before, so this will take a little bit of learning. But I think I'll get the hang of it relatively quickly. Alright. Oh. It's mostly I just keep accidentally switching out by accident, so I gotta be careful of that. Obviously, efficiency is important. I need to make sure that I'm chopping at all times. I can bring my plate this way. Alright, so let's see. I guess since we're making salads, I may as well talk about our salad crafting experiences. We have made a lot of salads in our life. Actually, we've been quite on a salad stint lately, in part because we're trying to be a little bit healthier. I might have to change what I'm doing for the swap chef button, or I'll just get a sense of it eventually, I hope. This will take some getting used to, but you know what, like I said before, I am here for a cozy, casual, cooking-related gameplay. So what kind of salads have we made in our lifetime? Oh, and I should say this right away, like if you're watching this, be ready to feel hungry repeatedly while I ramble about food that we have cooked together. This is an unavoidable, oh my goodness, This is an unavoidable consequence of a food-related game. I will get more efficient, I promise. But let's see, what have we made recently? So we've been doing a lot of, We've been doing a whole bunch of salads with tomato and cucumber as our staple, and we've done kind of chopped... We've done a number with chopped carrots and celery. You're quite a fan of putting... Oh, I'm not going to get this. I'm not going to get the S rank on this, am I? We're going to try for it. Here we go. No, wait, no. Ah. Go. No, I dropped it. No. Ah, so close. All right, well, I'm going to try and get the 3 stars in all of these, but clearly, right now I'm just getting a sense of how to swap between characters, but it's no good. It's no use. The beast cannot be satisfied. Quickly, into the time portal, because, out of curiosity, do you think it's Kevin or the king who summons that portal? I like to think it's Kevin. Kevin's the dog, by the way. Greetings, friends. It is clear to me now that you were not ready to take on the beast. Your cooking skills were lacking and your cooperation was woeful. This is why I brought you back to the year 1993. You must strike out into the Onion Kingdom. Travel far and wide, hone your skills, and master the ancient art of cooking. Only then will you be ready to save this world from its dark future. Be brave, my friends, and good luck. Alright, so I think before I go trying to 3-star everything, I'm going to just get a sense of how to swap between characters, because that was, my brain was equating the dash, the chop, and the swap buttons to each other. Make sure to always pet Kevin. Can we pet the dog? You can, in fact, pet the dog. Can we pet the king? No, that would be weird. You're struggling to find the exit? Well, that's not a great start. It's just down there, you can't miss it. Alright, so As you can see, we chose the cozy axolotl character as our chef for the day, and oh, game modes. Okay, we don't need to read that. I just figured I would go with a. I was feeling flamboyant and pink this morning. I don't know what that actually means, but I want it to be an axolotl. All right, new recipe: make soup. All right, add onion to soup. Have good time. Okay. Now this is Overcooked 1, so I don't believe there is a throw mechanic just yet. But we're gonna make it work. We will get a sense of how this works fast enough. The nice thing about this is, okay, I know how to swap, thank you, is when you swap, the character will continue to chop. So as long as I'm on top of that, should be okay. Oh, well, I need to be careful not to push my chef out of the way, though. That was unfortunate. All right, we need 3 onion soup. And there's only onions to make here, so this is going to be maybe more brain than I anticipated. Kiwi, you may have been right. Oh, goodness. Unfortunate. Not surprising, but unfortunately, maybe a little bit miscalculated. Well, we'll give it the old college try. See how convincingly good I can do at this, or convincingly well I can do at this. What do you mean it's cold? Alright, dirty plates need to be washed in the sink. So, oh no, no. Go. Don't light the kitchen on fire just yet. Alright, I can grab this plate and put this here. Definitely a little inefficient, to say the least. But this is an acquired taste. Or an acquired learning process, I suppose. I don't know why I said taste. Is it sort of optimal to move my chef with the other chef? The world may never know. I'm gonna move that. All right, yeah, so we've made onion soup before, but I was talking about our salads. So salad, all of our staple salads always have cucumber, lettuce, and tomato in some combination. We've done carrots and celery, never done onions, because Kiwi is not a big fan of raw onion. I think I'm starting to get that flow state. This is good. And recently we found a delicious ginger dressing. If you've ever gone to a hibachi restaurant before, which are, I don't know, the sort of restaurants where the chefs prepare the food in front of you, the table has kind of a built-in stovetop. You've likely had this on the dressing. It's kind of just it's usually orange colored. It seems to be a Japanese style dressing. We've recently stumbled upon some of that stuff in our local grocery store, and my goodness, is it delicious. I've been tossing it into our standard salad with some extra olives. I quite like olives. Kiwi does not like olives, so I get to, and then often croutons. We love our croutons. I mean, we are carb people. If there is a bread, we will eat it. There is no questions asked about bread. Bread is probably our lifeblood, not just because we love to eat it, but also because we love to bake it. We are active bakers on top of active cooks. Kiwi's a bit better at baking because she's more exact and mathematical than I am. See some of my recent recordings. I haven't inspired much confidence in my math skills, have I? Let's not talk about that too much, but briefly just say someone pointed out in my 32 Fear playthrough of Hades 2, I may have accidentally tried to calculate what 5% of 100 was and decided it was 2, which is probably one of the most embarrassing things that I have put on the internet. And I mean, the playthrough of A Space for the Unbound, if that didn't prove I can't do much math either, oh my goodness. Look, it turns out when I'm talking, I'm not necessarily thinking, and Kiwi is very well aware of that fact. But even on a good day, my math skills are a little embarrassingly lackluster, to give myself the most generous assessment of my skills, I suppose. But what can I do? It is hard to think video game mechanics and think gameplay mechanic, I just said the same thing. It's hard to think gameplay mechanic and math mechanics at the same time, it seems for me. I am trying my hardest, I promise. So, we've been doing a lot of soups late. We have done a French onion soup before, but... Oop. I don't know why I did that. Oh, timer's coming tight on that recipe. Can we cook it? I'm gonna try and do something fancy. I don't know how it's gonna work. Yeah, optimal. Okay, cool. So, we have been making a whole lot of soups lately. We recently acquired a heated blender, which if you didn't know that was a thing, I didn't either, and most of the people I've talked to didn't know it was a thing, but apparently Kiwi's heard of them for years. But it has been such a game changer for dieting. We have been a lot healthier because we're just making tons of soup, and I'm using low sodium to zero sodium broth to kind of cut back on the potential high sodium intake that soups are typically associated with. And it has been working wonders for weight loss because we're eating more water than we are eating, strictly speaking, we're eating solids, I suppose, is what I would say. But I mean, when soups are primarily water, they're pretty healthy and a good option for losing calories as long as you manage your salt intake. And I've been quite enjoying them. We've come up with a lot of fun soup recipes over the course of our cooking adventures. My favorite so far is probably a curry-based soup, where it's not, a curry is usually thicker, but this soup is primarily. Oh, that's not the serving location. I tried to put the soup in the sink. Oops, that was unideal. I think I'm starting to get the flow state of this game a bit better. Just have to make sure I'm on top of dishes. Dishes are so easy to forget when you're, usually Kiwi and I divide up the tasks in this game. I was not actually cleaning the dishes. Oops. Oh. Okay, here we go. I think I'll get a flow state of this game pretty quickly. Just gotta pay attention. And try to always have the chefs be doing something. Oop. That's the other big thing. Good. Bring this dish over for cleaning. As long as something is cooking, that's another big deal, I think. Yeah, see, this has got the flow state that we're looking for. Perfect. But yeah, our curry soup is usually a mixture of... We start by sautéing an onion, and again, mind you, this is done in a blender, so there is a lot of... It's surprisingly hands-off how much... It's surprisingly... It's lovely how hands-off the blender makes our overall cooking experience. But I need onions now. Okay, onions coming up. So the blender sautés an onion and a clove of garlic, and I love where we live. There are we have a local farm, so they produce some really giant cloves of garlic. They are gorgeous and tasty and sauté and bake beautifully. Oh man, so Kiwi and I are absolute garlic fiends. I should say that right off the bat. So pretty much everything we cook has some amount of garlic in it, unavoidably so. But we like everything we cook. If it calls for 1 clove of garlic, we're putting 3 at least. Maybe 3 might be an undershot, honestly. We are garlic. We are absolute garlic fiends. But I mean, what can I say? Garlic just is the best vegetable. It goes with so many things. It's like onion, honestly. Like all of our alliums. So allium is kind of like the I think it's the genus. The genus of things like scallions, shallots, onions, garlic, that sort of stuff. Why am I taking the plate over here? Oops. All right, our next soup is an onion soup. Okay, got it. Out of my way, human. I'm not a human. I am an axolotl. But where was I going? Where was I even going with this train of thought? But look, okay, so the curry soup. Sauté an onion, sauté garlic. Once that's sautéed, add in a mixture of chicken, peas, celery, celery, carrots, potato, and just cook that in a mixture of... I do basically a 2/3 no sodium broth to 1/3 low sodium broth sort of soup arrangement, and that works really well. And I love that soup. It is so consistently tasty. I like it cold, I like it hot. We usually serve it with the side of either stir-fried vegetables that were cooked in sesame oil and garlic and onions. And we do a mixture of ginger and garlic for the seasoning with a little bit of soy sauce, and it just comes out to a delicious meal. We always combo with some amount of either stir-fried vegetable, fried tofu, which we have a great recipe for that. You'll find that Kiwi and I are rich, let's say rich in kitchen appliances, if you will. And we often, we have been either from hand-me-downs, gifts from the family, anything of that nature. We are well stocked up on things to make our cooking experience streamlined and efficient and fun. And it is always just such a delight to experiment with all of the different creations we can make in the kitchen. But hands down, our curry soup is one of my favorites that we do. I need to move these plates somewhere a little bit more out of the way, I think. Thankfully, this is a stage that doesn't require us to do dishes, because I don't enjoy the shifting setting of the shifting setting when it comes to this game. It's so tricky once things start sliding about. This one's definitely a bit trickier, but I think I can get the sauce, if you will. I guess it's really the soup. When does a soup become a sauce? Because for me, I feel like a lot of our soups are so tasty, I could use them as sauces and quite enjoy them, honestly. What do I need to have happen here? Next up is an onion soup after the... I need a plate. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a sense of how to do this properly. We will become ever more efficient the longer it goes on. But I feel like I could go back and probably accomplish the first mission now and get a 3-star on it pretty handily. Let's see, we need onions. Still not the most efficient, like clearly I need to be a little bit faster at what I'm doing, but it's fine. We're making it work beautifully. Let's see, I need to serve up this mushroom soup, so here, let's swap, and you go over here and place that, and then I need onions to be chopping and cooking. The nice thing is you can combo who's chopping the vegetables, and it makes it go faster altogether. Yeah, look at that. I'm definitely getting the flow state of this game a bit better now. That felt pretty fancy. We're on our last minute, so I've got to go a little bit faster. Actually, I think we're at the requirement for the S rank, or the 3-star rather. If I recall, though, this game, after you beat it the first time, it has a triple, it has like one extra tier past the first, or the first 3, that we're probably not reaching unassisted at this point. Alright, let's get that soup plated and served. Yeah, I doubt we're definitely not getting this onion soup, but we're going to try for it anyway, because we can. As long as the recipe doesn't fail, that's really what matters, I would argue. Chop frantically! It's not getting cooked, that's fine. Oh well, I think we made it, or we're like 4 points short. Let's see. Oh wow, we were really short actually. Unfortunate. Alright, well, 2-star on that one. It's fine. It's fine. We'll come back at, like I said, once we get a better sense of the mechanics here, we'll come back and try and 3-star everything, but let's just keep moving along for now. I just want to play the game. And that's definitely not one of my favorite recipes. Okay, burgers. Oh gosh, I just remembered there's a level in this game where the floor kind of snaps in half and you can't pass it, and I am so bad at that level. Alright, we are going to make hamburgers now. Kiwi is not a big fan of hamburgers, I will say. She is much more she's a lean meat or honestly vegetarian sort of gal. She will eat a hamburger, don't get me wrong, and we have like maybe a steak once a year at most, which might sound sacrilegious to some people given, I mean, depending on where you live, that's probably like a part and parcel experience for food. But honestly, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I like red meat, but I don't actively seek it, and there are certainly health benefits to not having red meat in your life, but I mean, I cannot live without chicken. I will actively seek chicken at all times. If I have the option to eat chicken, I want to eat chicken. And as far as the vegetarian lifestyle goes, if that's how you want to live your life, I wholeheartedly respect your decision. I understand that if you don't like meat or you don't like the morals of eating meat, I understand. I will support your decision, but please understand that I like meat. I understand that there are certainly some questionable practices in terms of animal welfare behind the meat industry. But me being a singular person protesting that is not going to change anything, and I know it's a collective will that needs to make change happen, and I should be part of that maybe. But I don't know, call it laziness, call it disinterest, whatever you want to call it. I acknowledge that that's part of what it is, but I'm not gonna, I can't change my lifestyle that easily. I'm weak, I suppose, but more than that, I guess I'm not passionate enough about it to really seek that sort of change. There are other areas of animal welfare where I believe I can have an effect and improve the lives of animals, but I don't think my eating habits are going to be where that comes from. But again, if you live your life a vegetarian, you believe wholeheartedly that what the meat industry does is bad, again, I don't disagree. There are a lot of animal welfare issues with the meat industry, not to mention just environmental pollution associated with it. It is a messy business, to say the least, and not just in like physical mess, but like moral mess as well. But it is ingrained in our system. It is ingrained in my mental culture, if you will. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it. And I don't think there's anything I can do in my lifetime to change my outlook, my interaction, however you want to phrase that. It is part of my life, and it is so inextricably linked that it is difficult for me to remove it now that it has become so inextricably linked. Ultimately, though, I think at the end of the day, it's just I love meat, and I want to eat it. And if you don't love meat and you don't want to eat it, again, I support your decision. There's not much I can do. I suck, I guess. But regardless, generally speaking, I don't eat that much, especially of late. All in all, I have had a relatively vegetarian diet, not necessarily by... But, well, I guess I should say by choice. Like, I have the choice of cooking and eating meat whenever I want. But generally speaking, the only meat I do eat is chicken. Because, again, I don't really actively seek red meat. I never really seek anything pork product-wise. It tends to... A lot of the pork products out there tend to be higher in salt, and I need to cut back on the salt in my diet just because I have a family history of heart disease, among other things, and so you don't want to play the gambit with that because you're gonna have problems down the road. I've been very irresponsible with my diet for a very long time, so finally, after 30 years trying to actually take a vested interest in being healthier, it's taking a lot of commitment. And again, that has somehow boiled down to a degree of vegetarianism, but not exclusively. It is primarily white meat or bust. And I don't know, I know some people call pork the other white meat, but is it actually white meat? I don't actually know what the health profile on pork is, and I don't particularly care to find out. Like, I have no issue eating it, but I definitely don't seek it. And honestly, there's an argument to be made again in terms of intelligence levels. Pigs are surprisingly intelligent. You wouldn't give them... a lot of people don't give them the credit they probably deserve, honestly. They are surprisingly intelligent creatures. And people do keep them as pets, which is pretty cool. But I'd say they're about as intelligent as dogs at the very least in a lot of aspects. All right, there we go. We cleared that 3 stars with no problem. All right, cool. All right, why don't we do one more level and then we'll call it a day. I am rambling pretty hard about random things, and some of them are probably in this awkward moral zone where I don't have enough knowledge or experience or any foot in this race whatsoever. So if you didn't enjoy the commentary on vegetarianism, well, again, that's fine. It is a conversation that I really don't have maybe a lot of input into, so keep your opinions should you have them. You're welcome to criticize me for my taste, or lack thereof, perhaps, I don't know. But it's how I'm living my life, and I'm certainly not about to say this is how you have to live your life. You live your life as you please, just don't hurt others where you can. That's my outlook on life. I'm not going to push people away from how they choose to live their life. I'm simply going to ask that they treat others with kindness. I think that's the simplest, most important thing you can do in your life, is act with kindness rather than malice. To the best of your ability. Obviously, there are people in life that just do not lend themselves well to that sort of outlook on life, but you can only do what the world lets you do. I need to figure out a better way of doing this because I keep bonking my chefs. Like, see, get out of my way, chef. Maybe that's how I do it. I just need to alternate and travel in a circle. That's what we did when Kiwi and I played this game together. Yeah. All right, good. We can at least get 1 mushroom soup. Oh, wait, that's onion. Perfect. For some reason, I thought that was a mushroom. I guess I can get this mushroom going since I had it chopping. Not really what I needed, though. All right, I need to chop I need more onion. More onion. Oh, no. Get out of my way. Go. Okay, saved. Ooh, close. All right, we need to make a tomato soup now. Oh, right. I forgot I started a mushroom soup. We'll just take that off the burner for now. Okay, we've got the onion soup going fine. Maybe I just line these up here, and then I can get this soup going. Get this into the sink and wash it, and then you can start chopping your other tomatoes. I do think they give you a lot more time in the multiplayer version of this game to get to the pot before it burns over, it seems. It seems that way. I could be mistaken, but I think that's the case. Just get these onions chopping. Never mind, we're gonna serve that soup. Do this dish, and get our onion soup going. And next up is more mushrooms, so let's go ahead and grab this. Alright, we can finally get that mushroom soup that I started going. I want this. And next up is another onion soup after that. Serve this. We're cutting it a little close on time this run, I think. We'll make it work. We always make it work, I think. Get this off the heat for a second. But where can I go from now? I guess, Kiwi, we were talking about soup earlier. We have done a French onion soup, or Kiwi has done a French onion soup that was quite delicious, and we recently stumbled upon a scallion and potato soup that has been quite good. Oh no, serve the mush. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Whew. Close. Still not quite getting the mechanics quite down, but doing a bit better. I don't think we're gonna make this next soup, but as long as it doesn't expire, we're fine. There we go. Okay. Was that enough? I'm not convinced that was enough. It was. Okay, cool. 3 stars. Well, Kiwi, this was a weird episode where I rambled about both food and then food politics a little bit. Live your life, enjoy your life, be kind to others. That's all I ask. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching me ramble, and I hope this hasn't made you too hungry. It certainly has made me hungry. But I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall... Wow, I botched this outro. Kiwi, if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. where we'll make more soup.